We are a design and co-innovation center at SAP. We provide strategic design services for SAP customers. And unlike a lot of the designer in our company that work on specific product, we work across all the product portfolio and the line of business solution. The team has skills from interaction design, visual design, researchers, and strategists as well. So now let me tell you a little bit about our nomination. Everybody, I'm sure, heard the term finding needle in a haystack. That's actually the life of marketing analysts every day when they're sifting through data, through terabytes of data. Our customers actually looking at us to give them meaningful insights to that data, to help them understand it. In April 2013, we've been asked to work on a proof of concept with a mobile provider from the UK. And they had a very focused question in mind that they tried to answer. They really wanted to see if they can provide the data to market analysts, the mobile usage data to market analysts and media buyers, and see how they can enrich their decision by that data. Until this moment, market analysts make their decision based on sample data only, and it's a fairly small sample where they make broad decisions based on. So if we give them that larger data set, they can maybe make decision based more accurate decision. So I'll give you one use case. If I'm a media buyer for SAP and I'm about to launch a campaign, I want to know where and when is the best place for me around SFO to launch my campaign. So that was one of our use cases, our concrete use cases that we had. The proof of concept finished in May 2013. And after that, we knew that going into the product, making it an actual product, we wanted to sit together and make sure that there's no negative reaction or negative perception for this product in the marketplace. So anonymity was at the top of our priority. We knew that the insight that we wanted to give are really about collectives of people and not about individuals. So anonymity of the data was at the top priority for us when we come to this. The data quality and the clarity, so the users of our solutions had to have real trust in the data. They had to be able to understand it, of course, and drive insights out of it, but they also had to be able to tell stories to their customers about what exactly they found. In order to drive those insights and get conclusions out of them, they need to be able to compare and slice and dice the data and be able to compare on different dimensions. And last but not least, the market analysts, they don't work in isolation. They work together, they compare notes with other market analysts, and they want to be able to share the information and also to be able to share it with their customers later on. So after we had that solid design principles that we set together with the product team, we went into our user research. So we interviewed various user roles in 5 companies. A lot of this was done remotely, just because the companies were all over the world. And let me share some of our key findings. Reliability was the top priority. Those people, their reputation is dependent on the data, on the insights that they give their customers. Because of their job, and they are experts in their job, they can actually comprehend a large amount of data, and they were looking for a fairly dense amount of information. We also observed that throughout the various roles, location and time is kind of an entry point to a lot of their workflow. So we used that in our application. We said, okay, maybe location and time is a default entry point to our application as well. And since they use it in various ways, they wanted a way to customize the reports. So we needed to give them robust tools that they'll be able to customize the reports to their needs. Also, our design intuition was validated both positively and negatively throughout that process. So I'll give you 2 examples. those analysts, when they play with the data, they want to be able to save their intermediate steps. So that's maybe filters or search terms or templates. So then they can come back to it later on quickly. So that was something that was positively accepted by them. On the other hand, we thought, oh, we can automate some insights for them and give it to them so they can even go faster. But that's something that did not go very well with them at all, because they needed to actually come to that conclusion themselves. They had to actually play with the data and slice and dice it, compare it in order to come to that conclusion. So that's something that they pushed back pretty strongly on. With that information, we were able to go into our design process. So here you see the team doing the synthesis from the research. And as far as our design deliverables, we had anything from wireframe sketches, low fidelity mockup, high fidelity mockup, as well as even video to illustrate some of the animations, and of course the specification. So let's look at some of the high fidelity designs. We did take into consideration the different devices that we were using. So our design had to be responsive. I talked about the templates, so it's kind of hard to see, but some of the templates are here where they can go back into previous researches, previous locations that they looked at as well. The comparison piece, where they actually compare data between two different locations. And last but not least, we actually had great partners to build this. So our product management team and our development team were fully committed both to the process and to actually build a really great product. The design specification we had was pretty elaborate. It ended up being more than 100 pages, and anything from page templates, icon, color scheme, and ended up to be very, very detailed. And thank you very much. I'll answer any questions if you have.
How long was this project?
So I said that there was kind of two phases. The first phase, the proof of concept, took 2 months. And then the second phase started in September and finished in December, so 3 more months later on. And it was very iterative, so I kind of presented it where we went from research to design, but actually a lot of iteration going back and validating some of the design ideas with the customers as well as with the product team to make sure it's feasible as well. Yeah, but so 3 months.